Hi guys, so today I wanted to record a highlight blush contour routine video based on what I do on a daily basis and kind of showing two very popular contour kits right now. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia contour kit. Sorry, mine's a little dirty. This is what it looks like. And another very popular one, this one's a little newer from Kat Von D called the Shade and Light palette. Looks very similar. And I'm going to do Kat Von D on one side of my face and the Anastasia on the other side to kind of give you a bit of a portrayal of what they look like on my face, at least. So right now I have my eye makeup done, I have my foundation on, and that's it. You can see that there's really no dimension or color on my face. It's just very 1D, so to speak. So let's get started. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia contour palette first. I'm going to take this shade right in the middle, and it's called Fawn, and I'm just going to dab it. I'm going to mix it with this one. I believe it's Java. And let's go in on the left side of my face. So I'm using the NARS Ita brush. I really like this brush for contouring. It's perfect, has the perfect shape and size. And I'm kind of just going to go in and kind of make this kind of face. I'm not going to be able to talk once I do it, so I'm explaining it now. And I'm just going to brush it all the way up to about here. And this is going to kind of be like the transition shade, kind of like when you're doing eyeshadow, you put down a transition shade, and then you go in with your darker shades, and you get to build the intensity based on what you want. So this is kind of going to be my transition shade. It's a very good cool tone, grayish brown kind of shade, and it kind of creates a very nice shadow on my face. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to add a little more color. So that's what it looks like right now. It's just a base, basically. Just going to add a little more color at the end. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Just going to build the intensity. See how I'm using the brush like this and then using the brush like this to blend? It works multi-purpose. Going to add more product going in like this and then blending everything out like this. And that's one cheek done. That's one cheek without contour, and this is the cheek with contour. And I'm just going to do my forehead a little bit just so everything looks put together. You don't want to have just one cheek done and then nothing on the forehead. It just doesn't look like it blends together very well, even though sometimes I do forget to do my forehead. And I don't think it makes that big of a difference, to be honest, if you're doing a lighter contour, but if you're doing a harsher one like me, you might want to just kind of even it out. Just so that everything looks proportional. Okay, so that's the forehead and my cheek done. I'm going to do a little bit under my jaw. And I'm kind of going under the chin, not on the jawline right here, but under it. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so this is my left side done with the Anastasia contour kit. Let me actually bring a little bit of highlight underneath. Just going to use this shade right here and just kind of drag it up a little bit just to make the contour line a little harsher. So you can see that right there. And then I'll add a little bit on my cheek as well. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the Kat Von D on my right side. So I'm going to take the shade in the middle, which is called Shadow Play, right here. Very similar to the shade that I used. I'm just going to do the same thing. Put the transition down and then build the intensity from there. You can see my baby in the background. She's playing in her little play zone. I block off a little area for her and put some of her toys in there so that she can play on her own. You're okay, baby. Bless you. So sometimes I like to go in circles like this, bring it down. I blend more and apply more product at the top, and then less as it goes down the cheek, like that. And I like to pull my hair back because sometimes it gets in the way. Okay, so that's the transition shade down. That's what it looks like. I'm going to go in with this shade, and it's called Subconscious. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with these shades. That's the one I'm going in with. Just going to add it mainly to the part near my ear. So you can see that there. That way it just creates more of a shadow here and then lighter as we go here. Because we want it to slim the face coming from the tops of our ears going down. Just want to make sure both sides are even. And then I'm just going to add a little more of that subconscious. And then I'm going to add subconscious to my forehead and under my chin. Just going to add a little more product. And that looks good. Okay. So after that, I'm going to go in with Tarte's Captivating. It's a peach pinky blush. It's my favorite blush to use. I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks so you can smile, see the apples, and then bringing it back a little bit. Just to add a little extra color to my face. Okay. So that's what it looks like there, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight to my cheekbones, and I'm using the Mary Luminizer. That's what it looks like. It's just a very nice champagne highlight, and I'm using this with my Sigma F35. So I'm just going to dab it in and just place it on the tops of my cheekbones, and then on the other side. So I like to kind of pat it and then blend it. I'm going to add a little more to show you. Pat and then blend. And I like to bring it up onto the temple, creating like a C motion. Same thing on the other side. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to quickly do my nose just to show you how I do it, I'm just going to go in with this shade, Shadow Play. Taking this Morphe G16 brush, this is what it looks like. It's a synthetic angled brush, perfect for nose contouring. So I'm going to go in like this and take the shade and just drag it up along the nose, all the way up, and then just blending it out. Same thing on the other side. I like to bring it all the way up to my eyebrows, just so it looks blended. I'm gonna go in with a little more product right here. And that's what my nose looks like contoured. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the Mary Luminizer on my fourth finger. Just apply it down the center. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this contour blush highlight routine, and if you have any questions, please leave them below. If you want a quick review on these, I have a full review on my blog for both of these, so I'll link both of those below. But if you want a very quick, in a nutshell, I feel like the Kat Von D is a little more pigmented than the Anastasia contour kit, but I like the shades in this one a little bit better on my skin tone personally. I know a lot of people like the Kat Von D one better, and a lot of people think that it's more pigmented and more creamy and easier to blend. I do feel like it's easier to blend, but I feel like the shades come up a little muddy on me. I don't know. Sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it looks a little muddy, but the Anastasia one looks fine most of the time. It's just a little less pigmented. So if you want a full review with swatches and everything, I have that on my blog, and you can go and check that out. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have any requests or comments, please leave them down below, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.